What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Star Wars video. One of the most mysterious and interesting things surrounding The Last Jedi to this point has gotta be this book. After that first teaser trailer, many connected the dots and assumed the book might be the mysterious Journal of the Whills, an item from the earliest days of the Star Wars franchise, when really the whole Star Wars universe was still just a concept George Lucas was fleshing out. But what is the Journal of the Whills, and what role could it play in The Last Jedi? That's where we come in. Speaking outside of the context of the Star Wars universe, the Journal of the Whills was originally designed by Lucas to be a plot device with which to ground the series as a whole. Why? We don't know. I mean, maybe he thought viewers just wouldn't connect with the story and would reject the premise that the story was just a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Originally, it was planned to be revealed that the entire Star Wars saga, the entire story of the Skywalker family, all of it, was just a story being told by R2-D2 to a shaman of the Whills to be written down more than a century after all of it happened. Again, obviously this never came to pass, but this item, this log of the story of Star Wars, the Journal of the Whills, didn't just fade away. Instead, it's popped up in multiple places throughout the Star Wars universe, most notably and fittingly in books themselves. Going all the way back to the original novelization of Episode 4, the book actually opens with a passage attributed to the journal, essentially outlining how Emperor Palpatine came to power, the rise of the Empire, and very erroneously stating that the Emperor, by the time of the first movie, was more or less just a figurehead. That would back up the record-keeping role the journal was originally supposed to have, but outside of that lone reference, the Journal of the Whills was essentially unreferenced for 40 years, until The Force Awakens. That's right, the journal has actually already appeared again in this new trilogy, albeit in the exact same way it appeared the first time, as a brief quote in front of the Force Awakens novelization. And this quote is very different. It seems less like a recording of facts and more mystical, kind of folksy, fable-type stuff. First comes the day, then comes the night. After the darkness shines through the light, the difference they say is only made right by the resolving of gray through refined Jedi sight. What that means is check out my mixtape on SoundCloud, but I mean, you'll have to let me know exactly what that means because how that relates to The Force Awakens remains to be seen. But in general, it kind of seems to speak to the world of Episode 7 and how divided and lost or gray it was in the absence of the Jedi, or maybe even Luke himself being kind of morally gray at this point. But the big question is it coincidence that the journal appeared 40 years later in a similar situation? Probably not. I mean, in fact, the most likely scenario might be that it's just a clever callback to that original novelization, much like the movie itself was a callback to the original in a lot of ways. But when you take that into consideration with this mysterious book in The Last Jedi about the Jedi that many seem to think might be the Journal of the Whills, and suddenly it looks like that old idea might have been dusted off and resurrected, probably in a different way to be of some use in the plot of this new trilogy. Oh, and one last little connection for you for the road. Chirrut Baze's Order of Temple Guardians in the Jedi Holy City of Jedha from Rogue One was called, wait for it, the Guardians of the Whills. And hopefully that clears up some of the mystery surrounding the Journal of the Whills. And I want to hear from you guys now. What are your theories? How do you think this connects back to the story of the trilogy, if it'll connect at all? That's going to do it for me here, though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.